well. How are you doing? It is so cold today in Douala. Hope you're keeping safe and healthy wherever you are. So in today's video, we're going to talk about popular 5 Anglophone Cameroon cities. If you've been watching my videos, thank you so much. And if this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much. You're most welcome to the family. Please don't go without subscribing to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of what you think of this video, and if you have any suggestion, let me know in the comment section. Please, after subscribing, don't forget to turn on your post notification so each time I upload a new video, you'll be notified to watch. Talking about the 5 most popular cities of Anglophone Cameroon, we have almighty Bamenda. Like, where is Anglophone Cameroon without Bamenda? Bamenda is number 1. The next is Cape Town of all times, where all the mafia happens. And the third is Buea, the only continent in Cameroon. Buea, where all the magical vibes come from. Every 2 seconds, they have a new vibe to deliver. In fact, they're in charge of breaking news. And then we have Tiko. There's not much to say about Tiko. Tiko is just Tiko. And finally, we have Limbe, where the real thing happens, where we go and spend the money. When you've puzzled, you want to spend that money, Limbe is the place. So yeah, those are the 5 most popular Anglophone cities. The criteria in which we are going to compare and get the best city in Anglophone Cameroon we have the climate, the topography, the economy of the town, the sociality, basic needs and affordability of the town. So let's start with the climate. The climate of almighty Bamenda is cold and dry. Normally, Cameroon has 2 basic seasons. That's the rainy season and the dry season. Bamenda has the same because Bamenda is in Cameroon, of course. So talking about the climate of Bamenda, the climate is really cold and dry. You cannot survive in Bamenda without a hoodie like this, a pullover, a sweater, whatever you can call it, a backup plan that will cover you from the cold. You cannot survive in Bamenda without that. Bamenda is really cold, and the cold there is dry cold, that kind of cold that can peel your flesh, especially if you're from the hot zone. So in the dry season, the cold is at its extremes. That's when the air in Bamenda touches you, your flesh immediately gets dry. It feels like you have scales on you. They have to peel off, stuff like that. That's how the cold in Bamenda behaves or reacts to flesh. And in the rainy season, it's cold, yeah, but not as cold as it is in the dry season. And it's a little bit moist than it is in the dry season. Now, talking about the climate in Cape Town of all times, Kumba. The climate of Kumba is very hot. Yeah, Kumba is hot, like really hot and moist. Not that dry hot and not too moist, but yeah, it's just really hot. If you're someone that likes a hot climate, I think Kumba, Cape Town of all times, will do. Talking about the climate of Buea, woo! Buea has one of the best climatic conditions in Cameroon. Like, Buea has a cold, moist climate. Your body, your flesh, the way the air in Buea reacts to your flesh, no matter how strong and scaly you are, if the air in Buea keeps touching your flesh over and over, you must transform to the better. You must transform. No, on a serious note, the climate of Buea is really good. It's one of the best climates in Cameroon, like the best climatic condition, one of them. I'm not saying it's the best. Don't come under this video and start insulting me and saying I said Buea has the best climate in Cameroon. No. But Buea has one of the best climatic conditions in Cameroon, as the climate is cold and moist. The climate of Tiko is hot, but not that hot also. It's just normal hot, like hot. Not the kind of Douala hot, but it's hot. The climate of Limbe is hot and dry. Like, not extremely that kind of Bamenda dry, not that, but it's hot too and dry. That's the climate of Limbe. Our next criteria is the physical features found in the cities. Or let me just say a brief description of what the city looks like. In Bamenda, the grass field of Bamenda is mostly made up of hills. We have small hills in Bamenda, so many, and we have so many waterfalls in Bamenda. Those that are recognized, those that have not been recognized, small waterfalls. Like because of the hills, we have those things. They are very common in Bamenda, and there are no rivers in Bamenda, but we have small streams like the Mezam stream, the Abi stream. We have others that you guys can know. If you're from Bamenda, you will know some of those streams. Then the physical features in Kumba. In Kumba, we have like it's mostly lowland in Kumba. Kumba has hills, of course. Kumba really has hills, but not like Bamenda. The hills in Kumba are not high like those of Bamenda. So in other words, I can say Kumba is not as hilly as Bamenda. And Kumba has rivers too. So the next is Buea. Bueas are the food. I don't know. It's not even the food. They start measuring the mountain right from that sea level now. So Buea is on Mount Cameroon, but at the lower levels of Mount Cameroon. That's where the city of Buea is found. So you can always say the mountain city of Buea, because it's found on Mount Cameroon. Then the next is Limbe. Limbe has hills. Limbe has a sea or the ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is found too. Part of it is in Limbe, and it has a garden, botanical garden. It has, yeah, those are the physical features found in Limbe. And then we have Tiko. Tiko is a complete plain, flat land. You see the CDC, banana plantation, rubber plantation, all of them, most of it is in Tiko, because the land there is level. They just have a flat level land that is very okay and easy to farm on, easy to build on, and yeah, and the town does not just sink down. It's really there. It looks like a good place to do those kind of things. Yeah, that is it about our second criteria. Our third criteria is the economy. You guys know that there's a crisis going on in the Anglophone speaking regions of Cameroon, especially in Bamenda and Cape Town. Those two towns have suffered this crisis like never before. The other towns have suffered though. Don't say that I said they didn't suffer. No, they have suffered. Like, but when you want to compare the intensity of the stress they've gone through, you will see that Cape Town and Bamenda have suffered it. But that's another video. So yeah, the economy of Bamenda, I cannot say it's booming right now. It's really slow due to the crisis situation that is there. But it used to be booming before then. Before now, it used to be booming. But the economy of Bamenda now, though it's actually active, but it's kind of slow. It's not booming. So if you really want to go and do a business in Bamenda, I'm not really going to advise you to do it or not to do it, because there's a way somebody can go there and do very good, and another person goes there with all the millions and not make it. So I can't say for sure, but know that the economy is not stable, because there are days that they're just going to, like, they are not selling today. Like, apart from their traditional Monday breaks, they have other days that they just kind of stop working, stop doing anything. They just make a decision and everybody just respects it. So yeah, the economy of Bamenda is slow. The economy of Cape Town, Kumba, of all times, it has the same situation with Bamenda, so it's not stable. Even the people that used to work cocoa, all those things there, yeah, most of their income comes from cocoa. But as you can see, due to the crisis, those cocoa farms have been abandoned, stuff like that. So the economy too of Kumba is a little bit slower than it was before. It doesn't mean that it's not active. It's an active economy, but it's just a little bit slower than it was before. Talking of the economy of Buea, well, the economy of Buea, all of them are in the Anglophone regions, right? It's a little bit slow, but it's not as slow as that of Bamenda and Kumba. As in, the crisis is not that intense in Buea. They do their things. They don't just get up and decide that today it goes down, they have to do this. No, they kind of try to respect the traditional Monday day, but apart from that, every other thing is going. Since schools are even going on there very well, so the students there, like the spend. Students always have money to spend. So if you are doing a business or something that concerns students, like the people that are in the fashion business, students like those kind of things, food business, where to enjoy your life, like eating, drinking, stuff like that. Students are into it. So I think it's a kind of booming or something. And then the next is Tico. Well, Tico is just Tico. It has a cool vibe. Like their economy is still, before the crisis, they didn't have a booming economy. It was just struggling to pop out from the, it's like you plant a seed and the seed is still trying to germinate. That is what Tico is, and it's still at that level, struggling to germinate. It's not that big, but it's nice. They have an economy that is existing, but it's not as booming as, yeah. And then talking of Limbe, well, Limbe, the crisis is affecting Limbe, but not that much. Like, they are the people that feel the crisis at its minimal level. They don't even, I can say at some point that they don't feel it, but well, they're going to feel it because things leave other cities to enter Limbe, and Limbe has just one way in. That's one roadway in. So if those other cities are affected, Limbe cannot get what it wants. So that could be the biggest problem that I would say is limiting Limbe to have a booming economy. Apart from that, things are going on well there, but they don't have many job opportunities, stuff like that. They don't have that. If you are going to hustle in Limbe, I'm not sure you're going to get where to even hustle. Reasons being that most people believe that Limbe is where you can go and spend the money, where to enjoy. So why would you go and be like a place to go and enjoy now just for enjoyment? That's basically it about Limbe. Our next point would be the basic needs of the city. Talking about Bamenda, basic needs, water, schools, those are the basic needs. So yeah, when it comes to water, Bamenda has water, good drinkable water. Bamenda has it, like clean water. But school, because of the crisis, it has been limited. But before now, this educational site of Bamenda was very good. It was one of the top cities in Cameroon that are high in education. So yeah, that is it about Bamenda. And then we go to Buea. Basic needs in Buea. Water is a problem in Buea. Buea has a serious problem with water. Like, you can go and rent a house and you pay for water, but you never get to use the water. Every day you're stressing with a bottle or a bucket to go and look for water. So yeah, water is not an easy thing in Buea. But when it comes to education, they are really open. Their needs is well supplied. Education is open in Buea. It's great. I can say the educational system in Buea is great, open to everybody, though not that affordable because it's expensive as compared to that of Bamenda, but it's okay. And then Kumba. Well, Kumba has water to an extent, but Kumba has small water crisis too. But and education, their education has been interrupted by the crisis. So yeah, they have education, but not that solid education. Tico, the same. Tico has water to an extent. Tico has education too to an extent. Talking about Limbe, Limbe most at times always has it all. Limbe has education, though most of the people living in Limbe, they prefer spending their time by the beach, not really doing the schoolwork. But Limbe has education going on there full time. If you want your child to go and study where the child will not be interrupted, like the child might just be distracted by the physical features in Limbe, touristic side. But if it's that some type of attacks, shooting, all that, Limbe does not really have that. So Limbe has those basic needs of education. Then yeah, there are places in Limbe that go through a lot of water crisis stress. They stress to get water. But on a general note, Limbe has water to an extent. Yeah, Limbe has water. It's almost like the situation in Buea because there are quarters in Limbe that don't have water like forever. So yeah, the basic needs in Limbe, they are open to an extent. Our next point or our next criteria is, in fact, our final criteria is affordability. In Bamenda is very much affordable. despite the crisis situation, despite whatever is happening in Cameroon, if you compare the affordability of things from other cities as to that of Bamenda, you realize that Bamenda is still making it affordable as compared to other cities. Like when it comes to feeding, yeah, to buy food, if you have, like, say, before now, before the crisis, you could spend maybe 2,000 or even 1,000 and eat food in Bamenda, eat good soup with meat inside or fish. But now I can say you can prepare a good pot of soup. You have good money, you have 5,000, you can eat well. Like Bamenda is very much affordable. Even their restaurants, if you're going to eat in their restaurants, you see restaurants with serving good food, like well prepared, tasty food, and you just have to pay 1,000 francs, which is not it's not realistic this way. So yeah, Bamenda is very much affordable. Despite the crisis, Bamenda is affordable. Kumba, well, Kumba is affordable to an extent, but it's not as affordable as Bamenda, but it's affordable. Like we have so many cheap things in Bamenda, like these drinks, things that come from Nigeria, they are really cheap too in Kumba. Buea, I don't know if it's the university that is there or whatever is happening there, but Buea is expensive. Buea is expensive. That's no joke. Buea is expensive. If you are buying a cup of Gary for 1,000 in Douala, you're going to buy for 1,500 in Buea. Like everything in Buea is almost times 2 or times 3. So Buea is not a place that you can say you are going to stay there and you eat cheap. It's not possible, except you are living in Muya, and Muya still, he has his own pros and cons. So I don't think that Buea is that affordable. Buea is for somebody that is rich. If you are loaded, you can stay in Buea and live a comfortable life. And Limbe, well, Limbe is expensive, like very expensive to live in. Food stuff to eat in Limbe is really expensive. You go to the market, you feel how you are spending so much money and you're still not satisfied with the things you're buying. And I guess Limbe is that expensive because it's touristic town. Most tourists come in, and you know, people that are coming, tourists are always having money, they are rich. Like you cannot be a tourist without money. You need money to be walking around. When they come, they mostly don't argue prices, they don't. So whenever something enters Limbe, the price changes. Like if something enters Limbe, the price automatically changes from whatever it was to something higher. So Limbe is not that affordable. Then Tiko is on a basic mode. That is it. Tiko is just a low-key basic mode town. Like the things that are expensive, it just goes towards expensive, and those that are affordable, it just go like it's a basic town. It's just basic. That's Tiko. So yeah, from all the criteria we've listed in these videos and explained, it just depends on you. Let me know in the comment section which city you prefer to live in and why. And so thank you guys so much for watching this video right up to this level. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below of what you think of this video. And if you have any suggestion, let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Bye bye, see you in the next video.